Howdy, this is Eric Dodds. I am here in Austin, Texas with Jennifer. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Alrighty, so tell us your story. What were you doing before the Iron Yard?
So most of my adult life, most of my big girl jobs, I've been a court reporter, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was a voice writer. I didn't have the little keyboards, but yeah, I was a court reporter for about 5 years, and then I actually got an office job in a court reporting firm.
Wow.
So that's mostly what I've done my entire life.
Being in court mostly exciting or mostly boring?
So I wasn't in a courtroom, but we did depositions.
Okay.
I did mostly like personal injury, workers' comp.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. You would be amazed what people will admit on the record. Yeah, I've heard a lot of really interesting things. Have a really good poker face now. And,
Yeah, I bet.
I have to get used to not looking at the witness going, why
Right.
did you just say that? Why? So, yeah, but I mean, I loved it. I just, as a contractor, especially with the economy getting bad, when I first got out of college, people weren't suing people as much. They weren't, taking big workers' comp cases. And so it was kind of not quite enough to be a full-time job.
Right.
So that was why I went into the office and started looking for other things.
Sure. So when you started looking for other things, did you know you wanted to get into software development?
No, not really. I think it was more of, I started thinking what I wanted out of a job, what I wanted out of a career. Having worked from home as a court reporter, I mean, a lot of what you do is the typing is from home. So I knew I had the ability to work from home. Some people, they need a little bit more structure, but I knew I could do something like that. And then, I like creating things. I like solving puzzles. And, I had a friend that, went to the Iron Yard. And so after talking to him, talking to some people, I mean, I went through a huge list of stuff I wanted to do, real estate, all that kind of thing. But just kept coming back to more like tech stuff.
Yeah.
So that was kind of how I landed in this.
Did you tinker with any code in that process, or did you just kind of say, this is what I want to do and dive in?
So after I talked to my friend who actually went to the Greenville campus, he had recommended, there are other schools and there's also like free classes. And little did I know, actually, that was our pre-work. So I was starting to do the pre-work before I even knew I was going to the Iron Yard. But I took a lot of the free like Code Academy.
Sure.
I mean, just because you don't want to get into something and not like have a hands-on experience with it. So I took like the HTML and the JavaScript ones and just kind of played around with that. Right. And I did like it. Obviously, I mean, I was doing it by myself online, so I knew I would need a teacher because I'm not one of those people that could be self-taught. I like the class, the idea of the class atmosphere. Yeah. And so it was kind of, I got my feet wet. And
so what has it been like, sort of going from tinkering around with it online, hearing your friends' experience, and then now actually being in class and doing it yourself?
I will say, I mean, everybody here does a really great job of like prepping you for, hey, this is full-time. This is not, a fly-by-night thing. You need to make sure you love it. And I mean, everybody that I've met really cares. They don't want to just take your money and say, okay, well, good luck with the school. Everybody I talk to, even my friend especially, they kind of like set your expectations properly, which I really appreciated. My class is really small. There's only 6 of us. So I benefit from that one-on-one and the structure. And so it's been really good. It's insane how much you can process and learn and comprehend in such a short amount of time. But the way everything's set up, I mean, it helps immensely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what you want to do after you graduate, or is that still, we're just focusing on writing code right now?
Well, we're working on final projects right now, so my brain is still like out in the back of my head and thinking about the errors I'm getting. But at first I thought about doing freelance work. That was something kind of working at your own pace and also being able to like pick what kind of jobs you want. I don't know a whole lot about that. I know we're going to talk about that in coming weeks. But I do also think I would like to be in an office environment where I can have sort of a mentor relationship and grow, because I really think that like that's the best way to learn and grow. Maybe I can do freelance stuff on the side too. But I would love to be set up with a company that has that kind of a plan. I mean, we've been told that some companies do, some companies don't. So knowing what to ask about in the interviews and about the companies actually is a really good thing, because I hadn't even thought about that. I just kind of assumed everybody was going to help newbies, and what I've been told is not everybody helps newbies. They just kind of throw them in there. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I don't really have a specific, I mean, I would like a job.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much open to anything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. One last question. One piece of advice for someone who might be considering going to the Ironman.
I would say definitely, and this is something I wish I had done more. I didn't really have a whole lot of time to do this because I was employed full time, but coming in and like seeing the classroom, doing those free classes online, maybe coming to one of the classes that they have at night where
crash courses.
Yeah, the crash courses. I definitely think that would help. I've talked to some people and they said it was really beneficial to just kind of like immerse yourself. Definitely do your research. I mean, this isn't for everyone.
Sure.
But you guys are. I mean, everybody here is so great and helpful, and they'll definitely answer any questions that anybody has. So I just be thorough about it, I would say.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, Jennifer.